I'm Michael Sisson, and I live in Acme on the County Line Road up here about 3 miles from the watershed. When I grew up here as a child, we moved a lot at that time. My dad's jobs changed and they rented and we moved. And we bought a house in the late 50s right up the road here, about 3/4 of a mile. And saw what the water was like. We had a well there. It was a hand-dug well. Then my dad had another well drilled later, but the water was all red, filled with iron, sulfur. Basically, when we took a bath, we had an old false foot bathtub up in the bathroom. Basically, the water ate the pipes out. At that time, it was the steel piping. It would eat them out. You'd have to replace it and that. You took a bath basically in red water. It was basically red. And my dad had a filtering system put on it. It helped some, and then finally, it was around 1970s that city water came through, and my dad and mother had it put in, and they finally had clean water. I remember as a child, I went to school down here a couple of years, and at that time the mines was going, and the store was a company store. It was owned by the coal mines. The houses down there were all owned by the coal mines. The people that lived in them worked for the mines. And to have a home, you had to work for the mines. And at that time, they didn't get paid. They got paid in scrip. Their housing allowance was taken out. Basically, they had to go to the company store. They had to buy their food there, their clothing. They was locked into the coal companies at that time. And that changed back in, I would say, about right before the mid-50s. I was in school down there, and it changed. The kids used to come to school that lived. I went to school with a lot of families around here, and they're still around here, descendants of them. And I went to school with them, and they'd come to school and want to trade you scrip for money because you couldn't go out of the area and spend scrip. Nobody would take it. You'd basically give them a nickel, and they'd give you a dime's worth of scrip, but you had to go down to the company store and buy anything. So I can remember Mount Pleasant being in there, and the coke ovens around Standard Shaft and that Carpenter town. That town was just red. I used to ride the streetcar down the streetcar tracks down Main Street when I was a kid. And from where PNC Bank is now down to where the Doughboy is in Mount Pleasant, you couldn't see that far for the red, just a red tint in the air all the time. It was so much pollution. And then when everything shut down from here down through Uniontown and all that, it left all the devastation. The coal industry is what left Fayette County in the condition that it's in. Really, when the devastations, I think, really started with the mining industry and the water supplies was when the mines shut down. And that's when you really get to bad. The mines fill up with water. The water got to go somewhere, and it drains out down the road here. The banks was red. The ditches was full of red water 12 months a year with water running out. People had it in their basements. Basically, it come out in their yards and everywhere the discharges run. It's really helping. The watershed's really helping clean the water up in Indian Creek and that. It's one reason I joined in that. To help the water supplies up here, because really water's going to be a scarcity up here, good water, in years to come. People better realize it. People don't understand it's their tax dollars too, plus the funding that's given to the watershed. They don't realize how much of their tax dollars has to go to clean the water up for their own use, recreational or drinking, bathing, or whatever. They're paying for it.